Good morning. Are you guys ready for story time? Y'all, I feel so happy today. I want to tell y'all a story about the lotus flower. I want to talk about the lotus flower. If you hang out here where I am in the spirit realm and you got to imagine yourself without skin, you make friends. You make friends with nature, y'all. I want to teach y'all this stuff so bad. I have second sight, and it's not even second sight. It's just we don't pay attention. We do not pay attention. But let me show y'all what paying attention does. Okay, I want to tell y'all about the lotus flower. I kept having dreams about a lotus flower for about 2 months straight. Within these 2 months, I could look at TV, and on TV, I would notice one white lotus flower on everything. It could be sitting on a table, it could be a picture on the wall, it could be on somebody's bookshelf. But for some reason, I kept seeing a lotus flower, just one white lotus flower. So that caught my attention. I left one day, went to this beauty supply shop that I go to all the time, and I got stuck at the red light. When I looked to my left, I noticed that the store next to the red light was called Blue Lotus Yoga. I said, okay, that's another lotus. Okay, every time you see an image, if you can put an image in front of an image, 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 and you get the same image, you're in heaven. That's a clue that you're operating with the gods, that the gods are favoring you, the light is on you, creation is on you, everything is noticing you, and you are noticing it. Nobody can say they don't know you, right? So this is how it works in the spirit realm. So when I noticed the blue lotus, the color changed. You got to notice that. Okay, it went from white and then it went to blue. So I'm like, oh wow. But the sign was the blue lotus. So I go to sleep. I have another dream. I'm a dreamer, y'all. Write your dreams down. Your dreams are very, 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 very important, especially in times like now. Write your dreams down because they are telling stories. So I dreamed that my dead mother, and I see her so much. I love you, mommy. Thank you, baby. You have helped me in my ascension. Y'all want to help y'all see your people that's passed on, really not passed on. It's how you see things. But anyway, I'm digressing. My dead mother came to me in a dream. She took me back to a house that I grew up in. And across the street from the house I grew up in, there was a new neighbor, a guy that I'd never seen before. But outside of his house, he was selling furniture. And in this furniture, he had a bar stool set. And this bar stool set was a white lotus bar stool set. The lotus was made out of some type of pearl, marble, ivory, but it was like a pearlish, pinkish, white color. Oh my God, the color was so beautiful, guys. When you in heaven, colors are not colors. Like that pink back there in the background ain't the pink that's in heaven. This is the bullcrap pink. When you are illuminated, colors are alive. Now, if you can imagine this pink with life in it, that's the color pink. You got to put life in everything, because on the other side, nothing is dead. Not a rock, not a grain or dirt. Everything got life in it. So the guy across the street had the bar stool set. It was a table that had the white lotus flowers embedded in it, and it had the bar stools. It had pecan wood legs for the stools for the chairs, and the seat on the chairs was made out of the white ivory lotus. On the table, it had lotus bowls with the a sauce a plate up under it, like a saucer. You put a teacup on a saucer, but these teacups were made out of lotus flowers. This was so beautiful. My mama said, you got to get me that. I must have that. So I got it for my mom, right? So I get a feeling, like something telling me that I need to call a girl that I know by the name of Kenya. Kenya is one of my best friend's best friend. Her mother passed about a year ago. If it's been a whole year, it's probably not been a whole year. Maybe it's been a year now. But it kept telling me, call Kenya, call Kenya, call Kenya. But at the time, I didn't want to call Kenya because I think her mom had been, I think she passed, it had been maybe 6 months, 7 months. You know, you don't want to just bug people. And I really didn't know what to say to her because she's not a person that I talk to every day. Like, but she was on my mind heavy. Like, but I never called her. I kept telling Spirit, you got to tell me what I'm calling her for. Because I don't want to call her and just be like, hey, Kenya, something told me to call you, but I don't know why. So I try the Spirit by the Spirit. I don't just do what I'm hearing, because I need to know where it's coming from. Why am I doing certain things, right? So I held off a few days to see if this was just me wanting to call Kenya or if it was Spirit wanting me to call Kenya. It wouldn't go away, y'all. It just kept saying call Kenya. So by the time I'm hard-headed, y'all, about a week passed by. I didn't know what to say to Kenya, right? I just did not know what to say to Kenya. But little did I know it was not time for me to call Kenya because Aniqua called me. So Aniqua is the one, she's my best friend that connects Kenya, because Kenya is her best friend, right? So Aniqua says, how you doing, Tasha? I'm like, girl, I'm doing fine. We shoot the bobo, we talking. She said, guess who I talked to today? And I said, who? Guess what, y'all? She said, Kenya. Ding! That light went out, right? I got scared. Like, I did not do what Spirit told me to do. Was I hard-headed? Now, this how you know when you get to thinking and you get inside yourself and you start having conversations by yourself and there ain't nobody else there to conversate with. You're in the presence of Spirit. So, I'm sitting here like, ding, please don't tell me nothing bad about King. My heart start beating. My body start reacting just to her name, right? A name is a powerful thing, y'all. Kenya is in my heart. That's why my body reacts to her name, because she's such a good person, y'all. She's so sweet and beautiful. Oh, she's so sweet. But anyway, Anika says, I talked to Kenya today. And guess what we talked about? I was like, what, girl? I'm scared. She said, we talked about you. I'm like, oh, what about me? She said, it wasn't nothing bad. She was like, girl, nobody got nothing bad to say about you. She said, Kenya was telling me how much she admires you, how much she loves you, and when she talks to you, how life just makes so much sense to her. And that she said she liked how I give her messages, like I just directly give them to her. She said, I don't think whether it's gonna hurt the person's feelings or not. I just tell them like it is. And she was like, she need people like that in her life. And she was like, when I tell her things, she take it to heart, right? And so she was asking how I was doing, and she was saying that I was on her heart. You see that? That's why we was thinking about each other. She thinking about me. I'm thinking about her. She not calling me, because Spirit probably told her to call me, and she didn't. Because the show told me to call her, and I didn't. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what, Nico, I was supposed to call Kenya. Spirit told me to call Kenya. Been telling me for a whole week, and I've been hard-headed. I haven't called her. I need to call Kenya. So I ended up calling Kenya. Time my on that dang on phone up. I called Kenya. And y'all, it was the best conversation in the world. She was so happy to hear from me. I was happy to hear from her. So after we talked for like 2 hours went by. I had to use the bathroom. So I got the phone. I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm talking to Kenya on the phone. Yeah, girl. So we ended up hanging up. But before we hung up, the conversation was about her mother. And she was telling me that she made a memorial for her mother. This collage. It's inside of this glass case, a beautiful glass case with the light shining in it. She got all these little trinkets in it, stuff that her mother likes and stuff. So she said, here, I'm gonna send you a picture. So she sent me a picture. When I looked at the picture, y'all, tell me why you could barely see it, but the tips of the lotus flower was sticking up. And so I kept looking at it, but I couldn't make it out. But my eyes were stuck on this white color object. And I heard Spirit say, oh, that's a lotus flower. Like it was somebody, like a hood chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lotus flower. So I looked at it. I still ain't no lotus flower. Here I am having a conversation by myself with something, and nobody's in the bathroom. I'm in here on the toilet, y'all. Nobody's in here. So this is another sign you're in the presence of Spirit. Stop running from yourself. Talk to yourself. Yourself got a lot of information, okay? So I'm like, that's not no lotus flower. So the little voice said, that is a lotus flower. So I'm like, answer. And I'm like, okay, let me ask her, right? So I had to almost do like this, like, okay, oh, I got you. So I asked Ken, is there a lotus flower inside your mom's memorial? She said, nah, that ain't no lotus flower. And the thing said, yes, it is. I said, well, it's a voice telling me that that is a lotus flower. Because everybody know me. If you my friend, if you're my friend, you're going to have intense moments with me. And when I talk to you like you know. I can't help it. So my language might be different, but they get me, you know. So I said, well, Spirit telling me that's a lotus flower. She said, girl, I don't even know what no lotus flower is. I said, well, could you please look at it real good for me, or send me a better picture of it? So she sent me a better picture, and yes, it was a white lotus flower. So I said, oh my God, it's a lotus flower. So I was telling her my visions and everything that was going on with me with the lotus flower. Then I thought about my mom. I said, oh, that little heifer slick. She slick. Since I wasn't getting it through the TV, I wasn't getting it when Spirit told me to call Kenya. My mom said, leave it up to me. I got it. I know how to get this message through to her. So evidently Kenya's mom has been trying to get in touch with her, but Kenya hasn't been picking up the signals. Like, she's around Kenya real strong. She's around that house. She's around those kids, and she's been trying to make contact, but nobody's there to receive the messages that she's giving. So Kenya isn't aware that it's her mom. So my mom comes to me and like, look, hook these two up. They need to talk. This lady trying to get in touch with her child. So I'm telling Kenya that that's her mom, that this is a way that her mom is trying to get in touch with her. So I'm telling Kenya to look for lotus flowers. From now on, wherever you go, look for lotus flowers. I was telling her about the colors, because when colors change, that's a whole different thing, right? It means something when the colors change. But I told her you can use those lotus flowers as markers. Like that's the way your mother is communicating with you. You will know your mother is there. You will know you making a good decision with these lotus flowers. So Kenya looked for the lotus flowers for like 3 weeks. She got frustrated. She called me. She said, girl, I can't find these lotus flowers nowhere. These lotus flowers, I don't get it. I don't get it. I said, Kenya, I forgot to tell you, don't look for them. Just subtly expect them. I said, but with you being on them this hard and your mother being this adamant and she done got my mama involved, you done seen that lotus flower. You just ain't realized it. Then I said, if you see the word lotus flower, if you see a lotus flower, however lotus flower pops up, the lotus, that's your mother. Long as it's the lotus flower, it doesn't matter where you see it at, how you see it at, what it's on, how it's on, what color it is, if it's in word form, picture form, or the real form lotus flower. That is when spirit is trying to convey a message from beyond. So this is really what our flowers are for, y'all. Not just to give to somebody. These flowers are alive and they got voices. So it wanted to speak for her now dead mother. In our sense dead, but the mother's really not dead. So I told her to look for them. So after 3 weeks, she couldn't find them. So she called me. She was frustrated. And so I had to calm her down. And so I told her that just calm, just ease up on it. Let it go. Stop looking for him. Stop looking for him. She's stressed out. It's not gonna happen when you're stressed out too. So she stopped. She called me back a couple days later and told me they were sitting down having dinner, just enjoying themselves. The lights started flickering on and off. So they referenced it to their mother. We always do that, which is a good thing. And they was like, hey, mom, hey, grandma, just talking to her and everything. So all of a sudden, her 16-year-old daughter, who is an artist, came to her and said, Mom, I'd like to get a tattoo. What you think about this? Am I old enough to get a tattoo? And she said, Tasha, when she showed me the tattoo, it was a lotus flower with my mama's name going through it. Tasha, it was the lotus flower. Oh God, y'all, my heart started jumping up and down because baby made contact with her mama. Her mama made contact with her baby and her grandkids. So now you got the niece sitting across the table, and the niece is like, oh, you talking about that? She said, well, here, look at me. So she showed them that she got a tattoo when the mother passed, and it was of a lotus flower, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? So they all sitting there. So she had to tell them about me, right? So she's like, Tasha, oh my God, it's 2 lotus flowers. She was like, this is amazing. She was like, Mama, I love you. So everybody in the house, could you imagine everybody in the house is connecting with grandmother and mama? Like, y'all, I want to teach y'all how to see like this so bad. So can you call me back? Like, a couple weeks later, she wanted to make an investment, and so she said she was wondering if it was a good thing. So she told her mother to give her a sign. Y'all, when she went to the seminar, she said, tell me why when the banner came down, it was a big pink lotus flower. She said, girl, I invested all my money. I dumped all my money in there, and y'all, she called me with a return 3 times her expectancy. And then she was like, why was the color pink? Baby, that's love. Mommy saying, I love you. Pink is a soft color. Pink is a I love you color. Pink is a go ahead color. Pink is a I got you. The universe is backing you. We love you. You're not alone. And the lotus, man, just the meaning of the lotus flower, y'all. The lotus is you ascending. The lotus is where you sit in the center and you meditate and you meet God. And as you sit in the center, your petals, they're just growing. It's just ascension. And Kenya is a high thinker like me. She just needs help getting in the zone because she got the gift too. But it's sad to call it a gift because it's really not a gift. It's just being you without the skin. Without the skin, pay attention. The things that keep on jumping out at you, the things that keep repeating themselves are trying to lead you somewhere, trying to take you somewhere. This is called answered prayer. Now, Every time Kenya see a lotus flower, she got her mama with her. And do you know lotus flowers show up everywhere? Don't look for them. So when Kenya go out to eat, if it's a lotus flower sitting right there on the wall, guess what? Her mother's sitting there eating. If Kenya go into a grocery store and she walk past the lotus flower, guess what? Mama standing in the grocery store with her. Like, she could just buy lotus flowers. Those lotus flowers is gonna make her feel so good. And so y'all, I'm gonna come back with another story. Okay, I have a story about the orchid. Y'all want to hear about the orchid? If you want to hear about the orchid, my friend the orchid, I will let you know. And another thing, when you get in the spirit realm, you need friends. These objects are now my friends. I can't look at a lotus flower the same. When I see a lotus flower, I want to run over there and kiss it. I want to run over there and hug it. When I see a lotus flower, I'm speaking to King, your mama. I'm speaking to my mama. I'm praising the universe. Even if it pop up in a TV show, I know the universe is saying, hey, Tasha, what up, Tasha? This is how the universe speaks, and this is what I teach on my channel. I love you guys. My video is now getting too long, so I'm going to cut it out. But if you want to hear about my friend, the orchid, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of stories like this to tell you guys because I'm in the spirit realm all day long. I love you guys. Peace out.